happiness, joy, abundance, and filled with so much faith. Real quick, can you do me a favor, please? If at any time you are enjoying this reading or anything resonates with you, or if you're just having a good time, or if you just if you like us, please please remember to hit the like button, please hit share, please hit subscribe, and please turn that notification bell on to all so you can always be updated whenever I put another message out there for you guys. And I do giveaways every month. It is for subscribers only. It's free. Just hit the subscription button right there. It doesn't cost anything. What you call it. And if you like this reading and would like to get it out more, or any of the readings, just hit. You can also hit the hype button. Thank you to everybody who has hit the hype and or will be doing the hype button for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May God bless your beautiful soul tenfold. Hey Ginger, how you doing, honey? And yeah, please keep in mind within watching any of my readings or anything that I post that you're in understanding and agreement that I am not reliable nor responsible for anybody's actions but my own. So please only take what resonates and leave what does not resonate. I'm doing great. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm glad to hear you're doing good too. Please keep in mind within watching any of my readings or anything I post that you are in understanding and agreement that I'm not reliable nor responsible for anybody's action but my own. So please only take what resonates, leave what does not resonate. For him, it resonates for. Remember, he could be a she could be a he, or roles could be reversed. Just don't make anything fit that doesn't fit, because you don't want to break your beautiful divine puzzle. With that being said, I hope you're having a beautiful and blessed day. Whatever time of the day, night, even week, month, year it is that you watch this, keep in mind, please keep in mind that whenever you see this is when you are meant to see it, whether it's right now while it's live, next week, next month, 20 years from now, whenever you see it, you're meant to see it. And it could be, this reading could be anything about, what's happening in the past, present, and or future. Just take what resonates. And if I say he and it's a she, just flip the roles. You know what I mean? Just put the roles where they fit. Just don't make anything that it doesn't fit. So guys, I got another deck that I ordered, came in today, this one, but I was already planning on doing a reading before this came in. So what's crazy is this one is the Mystic Red Oracle deck. This is the newest one, but I'm going to use this one first. So this reading, today I'm going to be doing the red one, but this is the Mystic Black Rose. Okay, so rose could be someone's oh, and now thinking about it too, I start off with the black. So this is also giving a renewal, okay? Like the black, you're ending something, like usually black rose sets like resonates with death or endings, you know what I mean? And were you doing this one first? Maybe you had to end something with somebody to start something new, okay? And now it's gonna be like the red rose is also giving like renewal, refreshing, and a rebirth, okay? And going from like the dark to the light, coming out of like darkness into light and having all this beauty surrounding you, color, and like, look how just like dark that looks, you know what I mean? Look how much beautiful this looks. All right, so yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you so. We're gonna tell you. Hi Matt, how you doing, sweetheart? I didn't tell you that what the thing was. Okay, so during the pre-shuffle, it was saying, let's go up because this could be a false flame because the twin flame was in the mix. So there is somebody that feels that you're like going overboard and it's extreme, that you cut this person off, and you've been focusing on yourself, and that you're not answering their calls, that you're completely frozen towards them. They didn't expect this, and they think that it's in, you're taking it too far, and you're being extra, and you know what I mean? So they're plotting and planning to do something extreme to get your attention, okay? Because you're not answering them or you're not calling them. And the twin flame card did come out, so but that was at like the bottom of the deck. So I don't know, that could have, like when I pulled it out, so I don't know, this could be like a false flame doing this. And also your faith, okay? The faith card came up too. So you've been focusing on yourself and continuing to like whatever you, an extreme faith, okay, is also just stay, no matter whatever they try to do, continue to stay in your faith, continue to pray, keep, you know what I mean, keep doing, believing in yourself, all right? Because you're gonna have this, this new beginning. And this is probably, if it is a false one, that's why they're doing this. They're trying to stop you from getting to your true twin flame, but they're not going to. Yeah, see they'll call in a reverse, okay? They're mad because you're not answering them. Call, hearing from you, conversation, talking, and unblocking in the reverse. They think that by doing whatever this is, they're trying to get your attention, to get you to do this. It's not going to happen. you're just gonna be like, stop. And I hope they're not going to try and do like something with the black roses, like, oh, make it look like something happened to them, or try to do something stupid like that. If anybody is having any thoughts of self-harm or hurting somebody else, please go seek help. No matter how bad you think your life is, okay, it can always, don't make a permanent, don't take a permanent solution for confirmation. So somebody could be possibly trying to do this, but it's for attention, okay? They're trying to get your attention. Don't fall for it. But yeah, don't take a permanent, situation like for something that's only temporary. Like you're hurting other people. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like they're doing that. They're gonna try and do something like that to get your attention, or tell you they're gonna do that. It's all bullcrap. Don't fall for it. They might even have a family member try to reach out to you and say something happened to them. Do not fall for the okie doke, right? You're about to get a surprise, unexpected action, spontaneous showing up, unexpected change. They're gonna try something. They're gonna try to surprise you, okay? But they might even just show up to your house because you're not answering, and somebody also might be like trying to send you some sort of flowers or some shit. But they're also surprised that you completely blocked them, cut them off, and you're not talking to them. They expected you to like get over, whatever they did to you. Because maybe in the past, like, you were off and on with this person, or you allowed them to treat you however they wanted to. Yeah, now they're fired up, okay? Fuming with rage, overwhelming, explosion of emotions, very angry. They're very angry because you left them off, okay? And left them on red, and you won't allow them back in. And they're also seeing this. They weren't expecting this unexpected change. They're surprised at this. They thought that you were always going to be there, and maybe you got something else going on in your life. Maybe you're with your own, like, with your new boo, or like about to be, and they're not liking that at all. And are fired up and angry about this, and about whatever extreme change that you have been, doing with your life. Focusing on yourself, you know what I mean? Present in the reverse, okay? Feeling the moment, becoming aware today in the now, in the reverse, okay? So this person's like stuck in the past, all right, and they're still like replaying events from the past, okay, and they're getting angry, you know what I mean, and they feel like you need to get over what they did to you. They don't think that it's fair that you're still holding them accountable for their actions. The hell? Because I feel like in the past you would get over what they did, you know what I mean, and just let it. But no, you finally had enough. That's what you were supposed to do. You're supposed to, because every time you would like, even like every time you would break up with this person or go on a break or have it, even if it wasn't a separation, that you would fight and something told you to leave or you knew you should have left, but you gave them another chance, even if you didn't break up, but you just let the fight go. Like, it kept getting worse and worse, and that was happening for a reason, because God was showing you who they were and trying to tell you to get away, you know what I mean, and was allowing worse and worse things to happen until you finally put your foot in. Illumination. Revealing the truth, confessions, and shedding the light, okay? Shedding light. So you found out the truth, okay? And you know what I mean? And also, I feel like this person's also probably realizing too now what they missed out on. They always thought you were going to be there, and you're not anymore. And you know what they did to you, and you left it behind you, and you're not bringing that baggage with you. They think that like doing something like they think that they can just come butter you up, gaslight you, maybe give you some like flowers or buy you something if you're a man, whatever, you know what I mean, and tell you that they love you or that they're sorry, if they even say that, and that you should just take them back, but you're not. Something about a new love, illumination, okay? Revealing the truth, confessions, and shedding light. Somebody might want to confess something to you as well. They might give you some sort of truth. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, what does the collective need to know? What do they need to be aware of? Please and thank you. Somebody's super jealous of you. Divine Spirit, somebody's jealous. They're hating on you. You're just gonna hate. Let them hate. And look, see, I just bent that card too by accident. So they're jealous and they're bent out of shape because they're face down. See how that card came face down? All right, they're haters. They're jealous of your beauty, whether you realize how beautiful you are or not. They're going around spreading rumors, pettiness, being envious, and talking behind your back. Okay, but who cares? And they're bent out of shape. They're all in their emotions, like waves in and out, caressing and unpredictable. So this person does not want to see you with anybody else. So they're going around spreading rumors about you to make other suitors look down on you where people wouldn't want to be with you. But don't worry about that. Stay in your face, focus on yourself, because they just tell on themselves. Like, you know what I mean? The truth always comes out. It doesn't matter. And if somebody like wants to believe a lie about you, that's their fault. It's their loss, not yours. The truth always comes out in the end. You know what I mean? Not even in the end. Pursuit in the reverse, chasing in the reverse, and let me read it the right way. Persistence, hunting down, and resilient. This person has to give up. They have to give up, okay? Because it doesn't matter. And now with this emotions, how that came face down, they're jealous, they're envious of you because now, like, and they're bent out of shape because they're all up in their emotions. In the past, they will get you in your emotions. They purposely try to make you jealous and with other people because that was like a turn on to them. That somebody, that people would either argue over them or that they were wanted and needed, or you know what I mean. People were seeking after them. Also, with that pursuit in the reverse, I'm also getting maybe this person's aging now and they're not what they used to be. Okay, I don't know if this is, you know what I mean, or they're like having a midlife crisis, or like other people ain't hunting them down anymore. You know what I mean, like they were, like it was in the past, and and they're expecting you to chase them, but you didn't. Now they're chasing you. And they're jealous, they're envious of this. They don't want this, okay? They have to give up, and people are just like, people are seeing that they're just jealous of you and envious. And it was all rumors, pettiness, being envious, and talking behind your back. They're a snake. Somebody could have a snake. You could be having a dream of something about a snake. If you have a dream of a snake, that's spirit's trying to warn you that there's a snake in your camp. Be mindful that somebody around you is a snake trying to betray you. Something about a spider could be significant. There could be dreams about spiders, something like that, significant. Emotions, like waves, in and out, and crashing, unpredictable. So also, what this is, all right. Now, in the past, they were able to get you in your feels, right, and you're not anymore, and they're getting ticked off because they're purposely doing this to try to get you in your emotions, try to get you off, but you're just knocking it down. Whatever they're trying to do, you're not paying attention to it. You're not to affect you, and they don't like that. They don't like that at all. And now they're the ones that are stuck in their emotions, and their emotions are all over the place. One minute they're up and they're down. Somebody could be bipolar, or like just schizophrenic. They could be have multiple personalities. Somebody has like a mental, they're they need to seek help. Okay, they have some sort of illness going on that they really, they're angry that they can't, I always say that already, that they can't get you in your fields, and that you're not pursuing them, and they got to give up because nothing's working anymore. So they're going to try and do something extreme to get your attention because nothing else is working. Old stuff is not working. Magnifying glass in the reverse, showing proof, validation, confirmation, and finding the truth. So exactly like how that and also there have been actually how that card came out upside down, face down. Nobody's taking it for face value. There's no proof. There's no evidence of these lies and rumors that they were saying about you. So people are not listening to it anymore. All right, like I said, just do you, boo, and the truth always comes out, and they expose themselves, and that's what's happening. And they're doing this. They're purposely doing this. They could even be like in relationships or getting in relationships with people or posting on their social media, or even hiding behind fake accounts, sleeping like comments on their own stuff, like making it look like the other sex, likes them or something. They would do that purposely to get like you upset, and it's not affecting you, which is really weird and creepy. That's just like get over yourself. Get a life, okay? That's just weird. That's really weird. But also other people are seeing this too, and also they're upset and they're into their emotion because they're realizing you do not love them anymore. You want nothing to do with them. They thought it was only like a temporary thing. They thought that like you were just bluffing, and that you were eventually going to come back, and you were just in your feelings at the time, and they're realizing no, there's no proof of you loving them at all. You don't want them back. You've healed. You moved on. You've seen them for what they truly are and who they truly are, and you're not allowing that into your life anymore. And now they're all upset about this, and other people are realizing, after like doing their own research or probably just noticing that it's all bullcrap, and they're just jealous and envious of you because you moved on. And also, people around you knew what they were doing to you, how they treated you, and they would always, I feel like they would either at least think, if not say something to this ex, like, yo, you need to, like, what are you doing? Like, you need to, why are you doing that to someone? You have so and so at home. Like, what do why, if I were you, I would be treating that person better. You know what I mean? Or at least they were thinking that. So they knew what type of person this ex was from the very beginning. And they knew the type of person that you are. And they're also watching and seeing that like you're a totally new person compared to like a better version of yourself now that you're not with this person. So you're totally out of, like, they're not in your league at all. There's no way. And they're mad because people are just, yeah, a lot of cards getting smacked right back down. So any of the lies, rumors, anything that people are trying to say, they just get pushed right back down. Like, yeah, we're not listening to you. Deja vu in the reverse. Exactly. They expected it to be like deja vu, you coming back, and it's just gonna be keep repeating. Like you've done this before, but this is something you haven't done before. It's not deja vu. They expected you to go back to the past, but you're not. Coffee date, meeting up, planning, discussion, dating multiple people. Okay, so they could have lied and said that you were dating multiple people. There was no proof of that. And if God forbid you are, if you are going out, and they could be lying and saying that you're out like screwing every Tom, Dick, and Harry, or Sally Sue and Nancy or whatever, okay, and they're realizing that's not even the truth. But I feel like this person is still, out playing the field, okay, and they expected it to be able to do this deja vu in a reverse. There's history happening in the past and repeated patterns. It's in the reverse, so that's happening now. They're still out doing God knows what, God knows who. You know what I'm saying? And they were expecting you to come back, and you didn't. They weren't. They were expecting you to like how it used to be in the past, how they can come and go, and you would still be there, treat you how they wanted, and you would still just, okay, sure, they maybe you'll get, they'll give you a gift or apologize, uh or for some of you they didn't even do that. They would just come back and you just accepted them, or they would like, come over and sleep with you, or whatever the situation is, or like give you a compliment or something, and they were right back. You know what I mean? I feel like you forgave this person way too many times, but it was because you love them. So you gave this person multiple opportunities and chances, which they just took advantage of, and now they're fired up. Fired up, fired up. Okay. Fuming with rage, overwhelming explosion of emotions, very, very angry. Now, if you are dating, even if it's not dating, and if they see you out and about, because they're watching, they're lurking. Best believe they're lurking. I remove you, Mig. They're watching. If they see you out with a friend, a family member, especially if it's the opposite sex, even if it's the same sex, they get fired up. And especially if you are, though, going out on a date, say if you just go out with one of your friends, they get extremely jealous, extremely angry. They might even try to do something like reckless and careless, but you are safe, you are protected. Don't delay yourself, you know what I mean, and your blessings in your life because of this weirdo. Okay, you keep going. But they see this, okay, they see this, and they get extremely angry, extremely jealous, and they do the most. So even if, like, and I feel like too, when you were with this person, they might not even act like they were jealous, but they were extremely jealous, okay. And every time that, like, you would talk to somebody, they might even act like it was cool, even your friends or whatever, or especially if you talk to an opposite sex, all right, they would like probably even smile in your face, like, oh, act like they weren't jealous, but they were, and they would fume up, okay, with all this rage, and purposely go out and sleep with a friend of yours, or with somebody you don't like. This person's very vengeful, like they're very vindictive, narcissistic, and they like to go for your heart. They might even slept with a family member of yours to try to get at you, just like, or like your friend, or somebody, your arch enemy, you're like your complete enemy. They would sleep with, and then come back and and probably sleep with you right afterwards. And I'm sorry, but I'm strongly getting that. I'm strongly getting that. That's disgusting. And that's going to come back on them like no other. They have no idea what they did, the karma that they're getting for that. They know damn right well, deep down inside, everything they did, there's no, like, they would never allow you or anybody to treat them the way that they treated you. But still, in their mind, they think they're right. Because in their mind, their narcissistic mind, and like they're such a, like a, they think they can do whatever they want, but you need to bow down to them. Get the hell on out of here. You can't do no wrong to them, but they can do whatever they want to you, and you're supposed to just bow down and take it. This is like somebody is their way or the highway. Hell, no, get rid of that person. Stay away from that person. And they're angry because you're not, conforming to them. Extreme in the reverse, okay, harshness, cutting off, and erratic decisions. Okay, this person goes above and beyond extreme, okay, and they're trying to do this. They get extremely, extremely jealous of you, but they act like they don't. Like I said, with this jealousy and an extreme in the reverse, they get super extreme, but they try to hide it. Okay, they hide it. They act like everything's fine. They might smile and like act like everything's cool and Gucci. All right, they're going around gossiping too. They get in their emotions, they go talk, spread rumors about you, do this, that, and the other, to get like your friends to sleep with them or your family member or whatever it is, or somebody that you don't like. I'm strongly getting that they do some nasty stuff. Look, they're on the fence here now too. So we got gossip on the fence, spreading rumors, petty conversations, smearing your name, your image, and making you the fool. It's on the fence, but now people are seeing through this. In the past, it was working, but it's not anymore because people are seeing this. There's no proof of you doing any of this. They're realizing that this person just on the fence on their emotions. And they know why you left this person, or why you're not allowing this person back in your life. Because of what they did, because they're crazy and they're extremely, and when they get all angry, they're extremely jealous of you, extremely erratic. Okay, they're also lying about why you left them or why you won't. Even if they left you, they're turning it around and making it. They're lying about all of it. Okay, they could even be lying and saying that you're still sleeping together, or that like you're still talking when you're not. There's something here about they would like talk crap to you. Oh wait, my microphone's not even in. I hope y'all can hear me. I hope you could hear me this whole time. Can you hear me? I didn't realize that. Guys, could you hear me the whole time? I just realized my microphone wasn't in. Could you hear me the whole time, guys? Okay, good. I just looked up and I was like, wait a second. Yeah. Holy Spirit, divine spirit. But also I'm getting too, they get fired up and they spread these rumors, these lies when they're in their emotions and everything else, right? And then afterwards they feel like a jackass because they know it's not true. But then, like, when they're around other people, they talk crap about you because they're in their emotions, and they get their way to get something out of this person, to turn people against you so that people wouldn't want to be with you, or so that people would sleep or, do something for them. But then when those people are not there anymore, and when they're left with just themselves and in their thoughts and their minds, and they start missing you and everything else, then they like kind of regret it in a way, but they don't. They'll still go and do it again. Then they like feel bad on them about themselves and pity themselves for some weird reason. Like, it's this person's emotions are all over the place. Thank you, honey. Holy Spirit, divine spirit. What does the collective need to know? Yeah, because they're upset because you're not. I'm telling you right now, they're telling people you're still in contact with them. Call in the reverse. They're gossiping, they're lying, they're saying that you're spreading rumors. They're going around calling people, telling people a bunch of bullshit, and there's no proof of you talking to this person, okay? But they're going around saying that they still talk to you, but you don't. Hearing conversations, talking, and unblocking, okay? It's in the reverse. You're not unblocking them, you're not talking to them. And that's why they go around and talk crap. They're also calling your phone, probably on, they could even have other people calling you and they're listening and have them putting on speakerphone or whatever. And also they're telling people that you still talk to them now, that you're not blocked. They're acting like you're still in a relationship or talking to you or banging each other or
or whatever this is. They could be lying saying that you're dating with them to maybe to keep other people from trying to hook up with you. Or they're acting like they're getting information from you. Oh yeah, I just talked to them. They're doing horrible. When really you're doing amazing, doing great, and you're like, no, dude, oh yeah, like they're doing horrible. They're doing this, that, and the other. And when they're like, yeah, I was just over there. You should have seen it. The place was a mess, and you know what I mean. The dogs were starving. The cats had no food. Like the kids had like dirt all over them. They haven't took a shower in like 5 weeks. I tried to tell the person, you know what I mean, making up all a bunch of lies. Forbidden in on the fence, but more so in a reverse. Love affairs. They're lying. They're saying that they're still sleeping with this person. Okay, love affairs, temptation, flirting, giving into pleasure. In the reverse, they're lying and saying this. Okay, they're saying that they're still hooking up with you, and that you're sleeping with multiple different people, and that they flip the script. They're trying to say that you don't want to be in a relationship. They don't want to be in a relationship with you. They're just using you as a booty call, as a hookup, because you're nasty and you're sleeping with a bunch of different people. There's no proof of this, okay? But you still talk, but it's only for a booty call, right? And then when they go around telling people, they act like when they just seen you, they're like, "Oh yeah, I just slept with them yesterday," yeah, like, and it was all blown out, or they couldn't get it up, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? They'll make up all these lies, or saying like all types of stuff, things about you, and in this way, like, so whoever of the same sex wouldn't want to suit you, and they would think like, ew, disgusting about you, and also think that like spreading rumors about like how you are. But other people are starting to see this, and they're like, that's not true. Because, and I feel like what's going to either, if it didn't happen already, you're going to end up seeing somebody or being with somebody one of these days, like whether it's a friend or a family member, or like somebody's going to notice, okay, this person's going to slip up and say something that's completely off the wall, and there's going to be concrete proof. Like they're going to say they were with you this day when you were with the same person they're talking to. Like, not, you weren't with them, because I was just there. We were actually at, like, we were at Walmart together, but they were trying to say that you were, doing this, that, and the other with whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Something like that's going to happen, or already has happened. This person's really out of their mind. Finality. Yeah. Differences, divorce, breakup, not looking back. See, they're saying that you're still talking to this person, and but it's only like a booty call. Okay, they're only booty calling you because they don't want to lock it down with you anymore, because you're not worth being locked down because you're sleeping with multiple people. But it's a lie. People are seeing, no, it's bullcrap. You are cold as ice to this person. You cut them off. You're not talking to them, and they're spreading rumors about you. And you broke up with them, and you're not looking back. And you won't even sleep with this person anymore because you want nothing to do with them. And this person just looks like a clown, looks like a joker. Somebody like stares at your pictures, or somebody has like your voice. I don't know if it's like a video or something, but they replay your voice all the time. Or I don't know if it's like an answering machine. Like if you left a message on the answering machine, they're constantly replaying it, and they're watching like pictures and videos of you all the time. This is in the past. Yep. Deja vu in the reverse in the past. There is history. It happened, left behind, and looking back. Okay. They expect you to go back past with the deja vu in the reverse, and right here, and you're like, I'm not doing this. Because somebody else is looking into this. I'm telling you right now, they're going to get caught up in their own lies, making up lies about you. They got caught. They know that the truth, just like I caught this card, they got caught. They got caught. They know that this person's toxic. It's all get out. They're unhealthy. They're poisonous. Okay, delusions. Okay, they're very delusional and nasty behaviors. But they're getting caught in their nasty behaviors. Okay, and their toxic behaviors and what they're doing. Union on the fence. They're trying to stop your actual true union. They're pissed off because you won't take them back, and they're trying to get you to get them back. Okay, that's why they're going to do something very toxic and extreme to try to get your attention, to try to stop, like, to get a union back with them, and to try to stop that your union with whoever that you're either in a relationship with, or who you're supposed to be in a relationship with. Reconciliation, coming back, making it work, second chance. It's on the fence. Okay, so This person feels like they're jealous because they want to be in a relationship. They're trying to stop you from, either if you are in a relationship now with somebody, they don't want you to be with that person, okay? And they're probably lying to that person about you. Or if you're not in a relationship yet, they're trying to get you back, but I feel like this person was going to shit all over you if you took them back, okay? They don't actually want to be with you. It's like they're mad that you told them no. This person is extremely toxic, and they're getting caught up in their toxicity, okay? How toxic they really are. They're also going around lying about you. I'm telling you, look, they're gossiping and they're lying. They're saying that you're in a relationship, but it's only a booty call. And they're casting all these illusions about you. This person's very delusional. I wouldn't be surprised if they're like hiding behind a fake account and have it saved under your name, right? And texting, like having a full on conversation with themselves and showing people, look, yeah, they just hit me up, and it just says your name. But if somebody looked at the number, it's not your number. Or emailing them, so they're going to get caught, and people are going to talk about them, okay? And they're going to be exposed, and they're going to be completely in their damn emotions about their delusional behavior, okay? Their nasty behaviors. This is some weird stuff. This person's a clown. Degrading appearance, shame, and humiliation. They're going to be humiliated, because I'm telling you, they're getting caught up in their own actions, and they're humiliated, and they're ashamed of their toxic behaviors. And I'm telling you, somebody gets like wasted, and like I said earlier, they either get like wasted, or like they're in their emotions, and when they're angry with you, or if they see you with somebody else, or they hear you, or they're seeing you on social media or something, or if they see you out and about and you look like you're happy, you're having a good time, or whatever, or especially if you're with the opposite sex, they get furious, they get angry, and then they get in their emotions. They're all jealous. They go around, they talk, they try to hit you up. You don't answer. Maybe you block their phone, or they'll call you from fake accounts too, and just listen to you breathe and creepy. Okay, so if you've been getting like phone confirmation, if you've been getting phone calls and nobody's there, it's them. When you like, or they could even use like a recording, and so that just to hear you say hello. And so this person's really weird, dude. Really confirmation, very weird behavior. Okay. And then they go around, talk crap about you, and also to other people, because they feel like they need to get back at you. Very narcissistic. They need to get back at you because you're happy and you're with somebody else, or you're having a good time and they're not. So they feel like F you. So they'll go talk crap about you to somebody, get them to sleep with them, or get something out of them, or just to have some, especially if they see you like with friends with somebody, they're going to get to that person, act like they just ran into them. Oh, you know so and so? Oh, did you hear about this, that, and the other? Yeah. Oh, you didn't know, like, or especially if you're like hooking up with somebody. Oh, yeah, you're dating them? Well, I don't care. We're broken up. Like, we still sleep together once in a while. It's only a booty call, though. But you sure you want to be with them? Like, ew, they don't, you know what I mean? And spreading all these lies about you. They're going to get caught up completely in their act. They try to give confirmation. They're going to like clown you, and they're going to look like the clown. And they also are ashamed that but when they calm down and they get out of that like fired up moment, then they like are humiliated that they acted that way, because they know that like that was not right. But they do it again and again and again. This person is not in control of their emotions at all. I feel like this person has they definitely have some psychological problems. I don't know if it's like multiple personality disorder. It could definitely be what do you call it? Bipolar. It could be drug induced. But they're 1 minute they're up, 1 minute they're down. It sounds like bipolar, or like multiple personalities. Okay. And also, like, when you don't answer them, like they still have like a god complex, and they think that like they're almighty and powerful, and like they're the best, and like you should bow down to them. And when you don't answer them, they get all angry too. Like, it's weird, but they know damn right well everything they did to you. But if you know what I mean, like, it don't even make any time. Needing time now is not the time. Time will bring unexpected changes, and they thought time was going to bring unexpected changes, but there's no evidence of proof of this. See, magnifying glass in reverse underneath time. They thought after time would go by, you would go back to the deja vu. You go back to, allowing this person coming back. So that's what they were thinking. They're like, oh, okay, well, they're very delusional about this. Delusional. They thought that enough time would pass and then you would go back and you would answer them, you would unblock them, things would be okay. They're trying to figure out ways to run into you to make it look legitimate, like, oh, you know what I mean? Or run into somebody, have somebody else run into you, and it's just you're seeing through it. Like, dude, I know that person said, I know they sent you. Like, get away. Like, don't tell them you even seen me. You know what I mean? Like, weird shit. And they're expecting you to, they thought that you would, allow this person back by now. And there's no proof, there's no evidence. And what they're seeing, they're coming to realization is you have no love for this person anymore. And they're ashamed of their toxic behaviors because they know that they earned it, but yet still they're not taking accountability for it, which is really weird. Instead of like, realizing how bad they really messed up and taking accountability and like righting their wrongs and like telling people they lied about you, they continue to do it. Like, it don't make any sense, but they're going to get caught up in their actions. Somebody's going to stick up for you. They're going to literally get caught lying. Like, they're going to say, so, okay, exactly. The script is getting flipped. Okay. There's a complete 360 going to happen here. All right. They didn't expect that, but this card just did a complete 360. They weren't expecting you to do 360, but also people are not listening to this person anymore. They're realizing it's a lie, but somebody is now like, they're going to stand up for you because they're going to get caught up, like literally caught up in their actions or whatever they said. They're like, and this person, whoever, and I feel like there's probably going to be multiple people around, and they're going to be humiliated. Side piece in the reverse. See, they were trying to say you were their side piece, that you're only a hookup, that you still talk together. And they try to downplay too when you were in a relationship with them. They would even say that, no, we weren't in a relationship. That was just my side chick or my side dude. Like, and they're trying to say that you're in a relationship with them, like that, well, that you're their side piece, or you're their friends with benefits, you're their side piece. Mistress, flirting with others. They're lying, saying that you're flirting with them and flirting with others. The other woman, secret hookup in a reverse. And they were thinking within time you would at least want to hook up with them and still like end up being their friends with benefits, or at least sleep with them, because this person's like a pervert. All they want to do is sleep with you. But you're not taking that forbidden fruit. You're moved on. You want nothing to do with them because you know the truth. Pierce could be someone's name, or something could be piercing. Revenge. Now this person wants revenge because you didn't take that forbidden fruit, and they're coming for your heart. And people are saying this, and then I feel like whoever they're going to get caught up with, someone's going to stick up for you, and they're going to put this person in their place. I'm telling you right now, retaliation, plotting, payback, and punishing, getting even, all because you won't take this person back, even though they, ripped out your heart, and they're going to try and do it again. This person could be thinking like very dark things about you. But this was in the past, okay? And they're probably trying to do this now too because you won't take them back. Frozen. You're cold as ice to this person. Not speaking, stonewalling, not taking action. You want nothing to do with them. But also this person feels like they want revenge for you, but they're not going to take action on it. Okay? In the past, they did. But this is what they did in the past. When they get mad, they'll go sleep with somebody to try to get revenge on you, to try to pull your heart out, and closest people to you. Family members, friends, people you hated, you didn't like, or whatever the situation was. And then they would tell themselves, well, you're just my side piece, but really you were in a relationship. But now that's going to come full circle onto them, and they weren't expecting you to completely be cold as ice because of how they treated you. They weren't expecting you to not still be speaking to them. Feather, okay, in the reverse. Telepathy, intuition, dreams, and heart songs in the reverse. Their intuition is blocked too. And see, you were unaware of this, about how jealous they were. The intuition's in the reverse about the jealousy, okay, and their emotions, how their extreme jealousy, their extreme emotions, okay, and about like, what they want is completely different than what they say and what they act like, okay. This person is like a I'm strongly getting like sociopath. Yeah, you weren't sure. Your intuition was blocked about that. You didn't, you know what I mean? You didn't know because, You know what I mean? They're trying to also block your intuition about this, and like they would gaslight the hell out of you. They were like, "No, what is wrong with you?" They would just like try to turn everything. When they would get caught up, they would turn everything on you, telling you, like, making it look like you're crazy, you got problems, shifting the blame on you. But this person's a clown, straight up clown, degrading appearance, shame, and humiliation. They're completely humiliated. They're going to be completely humiliated. Because it was completely unjust what they did, dude. They feel like it's not fair. They think that enough time has passed. You should have been able to like talk to this person. But nope, you're not looking back. You're done. Because of all the injustice that you went through. They could be in legal problems as well for something that you did that was forbidden, that broke the law. Adrenaline, roller coaster ride, UPS and yeah, UPS. I said, what the hell? Ups and downs. Why is UPS? UPS could be significant. Somebody could work for UPS or something about delivery or package. Ups and downs, good and bad, a rush of feelings. This person's all over the place. Okay, they're up, they're down. They get a thrill when they hear your voice. Okay, when they call your phone and they hide behind a fake, you know what I mean? Their heart panics, okay? Because they used to call you from their number, but I feel like they made multiple different accounts, like different, text now or whatever, like Wi-Fi accounts, because you block them, okay? So they call you from different numbers. As soon as they hear you, like they hear your voice and you say, hello, hello, they get all excited. They get their like thrill for a minute, but then they get, when you hang up, you know what I mean? Then they get all down and sad. That's when they get sad and they're like, man, they miss you. And then they're watching, they're replaying events and watching videos and looking at pictures of you and remembering past times. But you only remember the bad things, but they remember how good you were to them. They don't like this, and they're realizing about how unjust they are. Also, somebody could have some sort of legal issues that are not going in their favor. Legal matter, court visit, legal papers, and divorce in the reverse. Somebody could be, you know what I mean? Somebody could be getting in some trouble for whatever the hell they did. Their side, somebody that they're messing with, could possibly got them in some sort of legal issues, something that they did that was forbidden. There's about to be some sort of unexpected change about some sort of court procedure that's not going to go in their favor. They could have tried to get you caught up when you were in their emotions and lied on you to the justice system. Yikes. Oh, wow. Something you're here to say, yikes, okay? They're going to get in trouble for their toxic behavior. Maybe they tried to poison you with some little nasty behaviors that they did. And I feel like this is something they did in the past that's coming to bite them in the ass now with this time right here, the toxicity of time and the justice card in the reverse. But also, like I said, they get all hyped up, they get all excited when their heart starts to pound, when your phone's ringing and then when you answer it, right? Also, I remember I said, I literally said UPS instead of ups, right? So maybe when you get packages coming to your house and stuff, or like you go out to check your mail, they're watching. They watch you. When they see you, they get all excited. You know what I mean? And then then when you walk away, they're getting all down. Or when you answer your phone, they get all excited to hear your voice, and then you hang up, then they get all upset and down. Or then that's when they're reminiscing, like they're realizing, wow, you don't love them, okay, and how unjust they were to you, okay, and like they should have never did what they did to you. And they keep telling themselves in a delusional state of mind that within time you're going to eventually say hello and come back over, but it's not going to happen. And somebody might be running out of time because they could be going to jail very soon for whatever illegal shit, so they might want to reach out and talk to you beforehand, but they don't know what to say or how to say it to you. But they could, like I said, they could have got into earlier. Remember, I said they could have got into a relationship. I'm only getting that. They were definitely sleeping with other people to try to get you upset. They might have even married somebody to try to get you angry. You might not even know about this, nor would you even care about it. And they might be going through a divorce now. They might be leaving that person. They could be like breaking up or going through a divorce and not looking back on that person. I feel like they only did that to be cold as ice to you, to try to get you jealous and envious, thinking that you were going to hear about their like marriage and like come running back, but you didn't. You either didn't even know or you just didn't care. And their divorce is not going to be good. This person's going to drain them for everything they got. Or if it's like children, a custody battle, whatever, child support, they're going to go down. And it's because there's also a lot of evidence of their toxic ass behaviors. Infidelity, if it's a marriage or divorce, they're done right there for the infidelity. And that's over top of the multiple people and the side chicks and the forbidden. Yeah. Somebody, if they got caught, if you have proof, if you're married and you get caught being, cheating on your husband or your wife, whatever they think that they're going to get, you bring proof to the court and they won't get a penny from you. I think you should just leave with whatever you got. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be taking half of somebody. I think that's just ridiculous, especially if you didn't have it when you came to begin with. You know what I mean? Single in the reverse. Independent freedom from attachment available to date in the reverse. This person's in a relationship. They're probably married and about to get a divorce. Or maybe you're not single. I think, no, in the past they were, okay? They were with some, especially when they were in a relationship with you, they were still sleeping with other people. All right? They might even be already married and you didn't even know about this. Maybe you're not single anymore. But I feel like they're in a relationship about to like get some sort of divorce or like something like that, or child support or something like this. And there's proof of all their toxic ass behaviors, infidelity, addictions, or whatever the heck they got going on. Do you feel like it's not fair that you don't want to be with them, but yet they know what they did to you? Their faith in the reverse. They have no faith, okay? They're bent out of shape. They have no faith about getting another union with you. They know that it's not going to happen. And they're all some sort of like darker faith, or they just don't have any because of their toxicity, because they know you see them for who they truly are, and they're bent out of shape because you don't want nothing to do with them. You're calling it quits. Final. And I'm also getting to, like, they got off on causing arguments with you. It was a roller coaster and excitement to them. Also, they would purposely start fights with you in the past when you were with this person. They're doing it to whoever they're in a relationship with now. When they were in a relationship with you in the past, right? Single in the reverse past right here. All right. They got off. It was like adrenaline to them. One, first of all, they got jealous of you and they would act like they weren't. You would have no idea that it was their get back, their revenge, right? But say they seen something that you like, something on somebody's like Facebook, or you complimented like somebody, even if it was the same sex, like this person didn't care, like they would act like everything's fine. And I don't know why I'm seeing a big smile. They probably smiled in your face, right? You had no idea, your intuition was blocked about this, but they would hold it in, they would fester on it, okay? They would keep it inside, and then they would like purposely start a fight with you. They would do this on purpose, okay, so that they can go out and sleep with somebody else and then come back to you and then blame it on you, gaslight you and everything else. And they got a thrill out of that. They got excited, okay? Then they would sleep with that person. And unfortunately, I'm sorry to inform you, if you didn't know, they would come back and sleep with you right afterwards. I feel like you probably felt that, so you might have even made this person take a shower before you would sleep with them. That would have been a very good call. But they are purposely doing this. Maybe you knew about this and this is why you broke up with them. Yeah, they did a lot of nasty behavior. They did this. They would do that on purpose. They would also, when you would call, they wouldn't answer. They would block your number. But this person's very sneaky, and like they put a lot of thought into betraying you. And like a lot of it was their delusions. It wasn't even like you would just, or because you look nice and they came over your house or whatever situation is, or if they got home, whatever situation is, they would think that you're trying to get the attention of somebody else. But really, you're just being yourself or trying to look good for them. They were thinking in their mind, because they know what they were doing to you, they were thinking that you were looking good for somebody else. So they want to go purposely start a fight with you, go out, sleep with somebody else, come back, sleep with you, and then they got off on this. Yeah, and they have no faith that you're going to get back with you. They know that it's completely over, okay, because there's differences here. You've also bettered yourself, okay? This person's going down. They're not. You're cold as ice. There's too many differences. They're too toxic. You don't want nothing to do with that. You're not looking back. And yeah. Now that you finally cut it quits with this person, and I feel like they're like in a relationship or some sort of divorce that they purposely got in to like F you, like, you know what I mean, to get you jealous, you off, as a smiting you, to get revenge on you, but they don't want to be with this person, or they're getting they're either breaking up or divorcing. If it was like they don't want to be with that person, they really want to be with you, but you don't want nothing to do with them, right? And they're separating from that person. They want to get back with you, but you're not. There's not. They're hoping that enough time has gone, but they know that you have them blocked, so they're going to try to do something extreme to get your attention, or like try to run into you, and you know what I mean, thinking that they can like get some sort of relationship with you, but you're not going to fall for it. You already see what it is. They have no faith with this either. They know that they know it's over, because you see it for what it truly is. They're watching you closing, cutting it out, okay, with them. And now that you finally made up your mind and it's over with, because before maybe you had like a couple times you're like, all right, I'm done, but then you would think, all right, well, what if they did change? What if I did get back with them, right? Well, just you having that thought just reset everything. You had to prove to God that you're not going to get back with this person so that you can actually have true love. But I feel like you've got to that point, right? So now that you completely finished it with them, you're going to actually have a true love come in, where you're already in a relationship with a true love. Unconditional compassion and genuine union, because you had to finally cut the cord, be done with this. Enough time had to go by to make sure you didn't allow this person to come back in. Your mind didn't change, that you didn't so much have as like a little slip up thought, like, or reminiscing on, anything from the past. But now that you finally, it's completely done, now you're going to have true love. And they're going to watch this and they're going to see this and be extremely disappointed, because divine timing is at play too. You have proven yourself to be, you know what I mean? The scales have to be balanced. This person's bottling everything up, illusions, keeping things inside, not opening up, deception. There's some sort of deception here about some sort of injustice that they did, they're getting caught up with, and they're keeping it. You might not know about this. There's something about a court procedure going on behind the scenes that's not going to be in their favor, all right? But also, they feel like you're just bottling things up, okay? What they're holding is, they feel like they got backstabbed by you because you don't want them anymore, and they think it's extreme that you cut them off, and now they're getting stabbed in the back like they stabbed you in the back. And they're feeling all these emotions, and they're keeping this all, and it's only time, I'm telling you right now, the time's ticking, and they're bottling this up, and they're about to explode. It's going to turn into some sort of shit that's going to get themselves in trouble, because this person is all over the place. They're like, I don't know if it's drugs or mental illness or a mixture of both, but something crazy is about to happen, and there's, they could have court things going on behind the scenes that you're unaware of, about some sort of deception, okay, that's whole, that, plus them, seeing you happy, or seeing you in a relationship, or you about to be in a relationship, things going good for you, but things are going hardly for them, and they're up and down moments, okay, and then they're going to end up exploding and get themselves caught up. Spirit, protected aura, divine intervention, guardian angel, and shielding. You are protected, okay? You're protected from all this, anything that they're trying to do. So whatever happens when they explode, whatever they do, they're going to end up in a lot of trouble for this. Let them just do what they're going to do. You are protected. You have nothing to worry about. They are a dark spirit, okay, with this spirit right here, and they're not, you don't mesh together at all. You see them for what they truly are. Mask. It's on the fence, but more so in the upright. Pretending, putting on a front and two-face, not genuine, okay? They were wearing a mask the whole time. But see, they also think that you were not being genuine when you said it was over. But you are. Like, the mask is off now. They know you're not playing. It wasn't a mask. You were being genuine. You have nothing to do with them. Now, this is on the fence. This is the outcome. But see, the whole time, they were wearing a mask with you. They didn't tell you. You didn't realize their weird, crazy obsession, how jealous this person really is, and how vengeful and evil they are, how dark they can be, okay? And until the mask finally slipped, and then you started to see it was slipping more and more and more, and you kept catching it, and then but I feel like you were bottling it up. They thought this whole time they were wearing their mask very good, that it never slipped, it never came off, right? That they were tricking you, that they were casting these illusions. You didn't see that your intuition was blocked, but you were catching every time they started doing reckless stuff when their mask was falling, but you didn't say anything. Like, you kept it more inside. I feel like was what happened. You bottled it up and you waited till enough, when you had enough, and you're like, you know what? And your spirit team was like, it's time to go. You know what I mean? You need to gave you that last little nudge to completely cut it off. But this whole time, so they still were thinking, like, they don't realize you know more than what they think you know. And they thought just by gaslighting you, you know what I mean, that like they could just tell you whatever they wanted and you would like believe them. The person that was completely fake, wearing a mask the whole time that you were with them, not genuine at all, two-faced. They're putting up a front, pretending the whole time. And now they're realizing it's finally over. It's completely done. And they did, like, they also like put a mask on about how unhealthy they were, how like delusional they were, how nasty their behaviors are. This person also has something like there's something about a hidden like a mental illness, or they could have like there's something hidden about this. Maybe you didn't realize how delusional this person like or if there's like record of this person, okay, they could have like hidden like whatever that's called. Like they could be certified like psychotic, and they try to hide this from you. I feel like this person's like certified, like this person's a complete stalker family, starting a family, making a home, and feeling safe and secure. See, they were in a relationship with somebody else to smite you, and you don't know about this. So they were wearing a mask, and they're wearing a mask with this person, and it's starting to slide because they were only in a relationship with this person to smite you, right? To try to get you to come back, and probably started having kids, right? Or got even married, but they thought that once you heard that they were engaged, that you were going to come running back to them, but you didn't. And they're like, shit, what do I do now? And they were going to be like, oh, okay, well, I guess I could take you back, or thought you would still be like a side piece or something. You're like, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? And now the person that they're in a relationship or married to is seeing this. The mask is slipping on them too, and they're realizing how this person is, and they want a divorce or a separation or whatever this is, and it's not going to go in their favor at all, because there's a lot of proof and evidence of their toxicity and their nasty behaviors. They're definitely their scandalous lifestyle. They're, you know what I mean, sleeping with multiple people, their promiscuous, behaviors, and their toxicity. One more for the outcome, please, and thank you. Eileen could be someone's name. Adrian could be someone's name. So your name, somebody involved or passed on loved ones. Escape in the reverse, avoiding, blocking, pushing away, and hiding. And the outcome is, okay, you're not escape. Like, they can't escape whatever's about to happen, okay? And this is why they know they can't escape for whatever this legal procedure is, okay? And how unjust they were to you, okay? And they realize you're not taking them back. They're freaking out. They're bottling this up. And also because I feel like there's also not, I feel like there could be like a separation or a divorce, or the divorce or separation might even be because of their toxic behaviors. They might have gotten into some legal ass trouble, and to where the lover is like seeing them for who they truly are, and like, I don't want no parts of that. Like, I don't want to be with you anymore, right? Something like that's going to happen. But whatever this is, it's this justice in the reverse. They can't avoid it. There's no go back. They can't hide from it. Okay, they can't push us away. They can't block it. And it's happening. Okay, there's nothing they can do. So now, like, they might even like explode in the courtroom. Like, something like this could be happening in the courtroom. And they, you know what I mean? They're also trying to stop you from your actual true union, but they can't do this. They can't. And they know that you're not avoiding them, and that like you're not going to unblock them. You're not pushing them away for like attention, or you know what I mean, like after time you would let them back. They know it's over. It's completely done. Now it's too late. And now that you're completely done with this person, you're going to have true love, or you aren't with your true love. They never thought you would escape their you know what I mean, get out of their grip. They thought they had you in the palm of their hand. Terms in the reverse. Yeah, and also something here, okay, with the terms in the reverse, or for the justice in the reverse, somebody's going to prison for a long time. With no court, like they're not getting parole, there's no bail, no bond, they're done. It's over top of the justice in the reverse. So somebody's going away for whatever the hell they done did. working out, begging, and negotiation in reverse. And whatever they did, there's enough evidence piled against them that there's not going to be. They're going straight. They're done. It's over. And also in a relationship with you, they're realizing, okay, there's no. You're not going back. There's no terms. You don't. There's nothing you want. You freed yourself, and you're moving forward, and you're free now. And you're now they got to give up, and they don't. You know what I mean? They're going to jail anyway. They're going to prison for whatever the hell they did, for some sort of betrayal. It could even be the scorned lover, okay? Like, you know, charging them for whatever the hell they done did. Now they got to give up. The pursuit is over. And hunting down with illegal, okay, too. So somebody's, I don't know if they're already in jail or like on maybe not even house arrest. Like they're not, there's nowhere they can go. Maybe they have nowhere else that they could go anyway. Like there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. There's, you know what I mean? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. They can't run from the problems. There's, you know what I mean? They're going to catch them no matter what. Damn. Okay. Because maybe their own family would tell on them. Anybody that they would, you know what I mean, would tell on them. Or like anyone that they could go to, the cops already know about and will go there to get them. But or this like lover would tell on them or whatever the situation is. This is some wild stuff. There's his coming back, biting them in the booty cheeks. This is somebody too that like thought they were never going to get caught, like thought they could do what they want, you know, and karma wasn't going to get them. And they're finding out how wrong they were, how wrong they are. Raise a promotion, yeah. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, give me messages for the collective at this time, please and you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Luke 12:32. And we got raise or promotion. Yeah. Congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action on your based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. You're about to get some sort of raise or promotion. With God, all things are possible, even if you feel like there's no way. God's making a way, because nothing is impossible unto God. Thou shalt love the Lord, confirmation. Thou shalt love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. Mark 12:30. It could be a business. Okay, December 30th is when I started this YouTube platform 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. So like with a raise promotion with God, all things are possible. So I don't know if you have some sort of like stagnancy going on in your business, or maybe you're going to be starting a business. Like I was just saying, and when it confirmed it too, what God, things are all, you know, when you feel like there's no way, you know what I mean, God, there is a way. God makes a path for you, okay, where it feels like there is no way. Or this could even just be like in your work. If you had some sort of stagnation, it could have been because of whatever weird stuff this person was doing going on behind the scenes, trying to like tear down your business or your work. Or even if you lost a job, maybe you were meant to lose that job so you can create your own business or start something, you know, with God, what you were meant to do. He that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than me shall he do, because I go unto the Father. John 14:12. God is your source. Yes, he is. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens a doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitations. Rather, there's plenty of abundance for all to share. Absolutely. Whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother. Matthew 12:50. Fisher could be someone's name, last name. Or Frazier. Or any of these names could be your name, somebody involved, or passed on loved one's first, middle, or last name. Brianna, Waylon, or Wayman, or be someone's name. Something about a Rico. Oh, Rico. Like Rico Act, or someone's name could be Rico. Somebody might be getting a Rico Act, some charges. Holy Spirit. Matters could be someone's last name. Mathis could be someone's last name. What are some names? Involved in the situation, please and thank you. Deja could even be someone's name. Spears could be someone's name. Or Spears or Pierce. That's our Grande. Okay. Kurt. Joel or Joel. Nettie could be someone's name. Nettie. Baker, or somebody might be getting Baker acted. Somebody might get Baker acted, okay, like 302. Or Baker could be someone's last name, or somebody could be a Baker. Ray J might be someone's name. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, what are some names behind this situation, please? Thank you. You might even be a coworker that's sticking up for you. So the coworker, and then cuz somebody's going to be sticking up for you. I'm telling you, whenever they're going to get literally caught in, maybe you're going to be at work and they're trying to say that you were with there doing this, that, and the other. But someone's going to say, it might even be a coworker, and they're going to see it like, and I'm saying like as a coworker, and be like, no, cuz I know this is a lie because of this. You know what I mean? Something like that's going to happen. It doesn't have, maybe it's a coworker or a past coworker or present one or some, I don't know. It doesn't have to be a coworker. Den or Denny could be someone's name. Hems or Hemela. Harold could be someone's name, or Harry. Dustin could be someone's name, or Dusty. Oh. Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio. Somebody involved could be a Scorpio. Past a loved one, Alvin, or something around Scorpionic season. My foot is falling asleep. It always falls asleep towards the end. Adam or Adams. Somebody's bro, or could even be a brother standing up for somebody. Or somebody that was like your bro. Like somebody, you know what I mean? Or even their bro. That's like, you know, that they thought was a bro. A co-worker. Jarrett. Somebody's cousin. Crystal. Patty, or Patrick. Yeah, because they're going to be like, no. They're going to see this, and they're like, they're going to stick up for you, and they're going to realize they're trying to make you the patsy, the fall guy. They're going to be like, because no, I know, you know what I mean? And they're and also like, what do you call it? Give it to me. It just came to me. A patent, right? They're going to be like, no, I know for a fact that's a lie because this, that, and the other, and you're trying to make this person a patsy and trying to take the fall for what you wrong, and you're making up these lies, and I know for sure, like a patent, it's like facts, you know what I mean, and it's you know what I mean, they're gonna know that you weren't there, and you're, you know what I mean, they're gonna stick up for you, and maybe the person's on like drugs or something, based on that could be also why they're all over the place, like up, down, all over. Justin, Tina, like Crystal, Tina, that's like, you know, no words for like for uppers, we'll say. And like it's a roller coaster, that would definitely make a person like a roller coaster. But I feel like there's hidden I feel like they're certifiable. I feel like there's like some sort of like hidden mental health stuff like that was already certified, like they're deemed psychotic, you know what I mean? They're deemed like they might even try to use this in court, but it's not gonna work. I feel like you might even find out, maybe someone's going to find out during like some sort of court proceeding, because they're going to try and use their craziness against them, and like to get themselves out of trouble, and they're like, no, get on. You know what you're doing now. Susanna, Sue or Susie, Jean, Bruce, somebody's uncle, Kelly, Todd, Jamie, Nova, or somebody can drive by Nova. Hello, Sabrina, Sky or Skylar, Julie or Jules, masculine or feminine, Anthony, Anthony, Tony or Tony, love Mr. Tony, may rest in peace, Chris, Christopher or Chrissy, Katrina, Joe, Joey, Joseph or Jojo, Monique, Rosie or Rosa, there's a lot of people involved in this, damn, Jamie, masculine or feminine, Terry, Gabby, Carmen's ain't shit and they know it too, ain't that true, Steve or Stevenson, in-laws, Matt, Maddie or Matthew, Charlie, Charles, Chuck or Chaz, Ray, Raymond or Ray Ray, Carrie, masculine or feminine, Travis, Art, Artie or Arthur, Frank or Frankie, Peg, Peggy or Margaret, Juan, Dan, Danny or Daniel, Violet, Devin, Sade or Sadie, Allie, Brenda, Selena, Lily, Delilah, Ford, Stan or Stanley, Diane, Leanne, Diamond, Herbert or Hubert, Blake, Lisa, Belinda, Josh or Joshua, love Mr. Josh, may rest in peace, Ramirez, Amanda, Deanna, Mark, Toby, Norma, Denise or Dennis, Trevor, Bonnie, Annette, Lynn, Connie, TJ, Simon or Simone, Philadelphia or Pennsylvania, Heather, Sean, Jacqueline, Dustin, I had a feeling someone's name was Dustin, Illinois, Don, Donnie, Donald or Don. That'd be it, y'all. It just got super hot in here. Well, it's because I'm sitting underneath one of my 3-prong plant lights right here in this room. Super hot on my arm. But it's all exactly. That's all I got for you for right now. In a little bit, I'm gonna be doing the reading with the new deck. I'm gonna be using this deck, the Mystic Red Rose. But I'm gonna take a little break and stuff first. So I shall see y'all in a little bit. Until next time, remember, God loves you. So do I. Spread love, not hate, always. And please not forget to give God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit the utmost love, respect, gratitude, and appreciation for all that they do in our lives. Please, if you did not hit that like button yet, what are you waiting for? Please hit the like button. Please hit share. Please hit subscribe. And please turn that notification bell on to all, so you can always be updated whenever I put another message out there for you guys. And I shall see y'all in a little bit. I need to stand up and move my legs to fall asleep. Thank you, Ginger. Oh, is Jenny here? Oh, he was here. And hey, George, how you doing, honey? All right, guys. See you later. God bless. Thank you, Jenny and Jen. Oops. Oops. Why won't it close out? What's going on my phone?